If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. Chow shall lead them.
Yes, to buy our merch.
Holy smokes, Lisa. 105 degrees?
Ooh.
What's
Where
the
do you
RGB?
live? I don't know what RGB is. I just took that out of there and I switched it out for in the RTV, as in
105 degrees. Holy shizzle
in the
whizzle.
RV. Like I was picturing you buy an RV and it was 105 degrees. But you know what? That's why Vin and I have fights sometimes. I just kind of just drop off what I didn't understand and just put something else in its place, and I don't even realize I did it.
Okay. But I do, dear listener.
He does, and he points it out, but then I argue with him that he's wrong.
Rio Grande Valley. Okay, guys, here we go. A99 in the house. PC in the house.
Pulse/Surreal is next. So get ready.
Wait, it's Lantlos Pulse/Surreal, right? Something
That's
like
what I
that.
said. It just didn't
Did
sound
you?
that awesome.
Okay. I thought you failed at that. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it.
What's up, Nick?
They always come with these like things you wouldn't expect. Ooh, post rock. Post rock. You know how I am with post rock. That soundscape was crazy. You look like you're
I really, really like this one.
What was it? The other band, Rivers of
Neil?
Yeah.
Yeah, this, I'll tell you, I really like this one. It was, so some people were saying it seemed pretty chaotic to them. It didn't seem chaotic at all to me. It's funny how, you know, different songs affect people differently. Usually a chaotic song, I'm like, ugh, that was too chaotic.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was, I guess maybe we all have a certain chaos about us. And this is the type of chaos that matches my chaos. So
What do you mean?
I liked it. Like internally how I feel.
Jazzy and calm, like Sade, like everybody was saying.
But at the same time, it had like those kind of screamy, desperate sort of sounding vocal
Yeah.
style in there. And it had like that smoothness to it, but then it did have that element of chaos. And I don't know, I'm actually super curious to read this now. So Anarchy99 said, oh no, that's for the other song. Oh no, wait, that is the one we just did. Fuck. That really sucks.
What? What'd you do? What happened?
Oh no, actually, hold on. Well, they didn't put everything in that okay, over here. Damn.
What are you talking about?
One of the songs they said that we should read something after, but I guess it must have been, maybe it's the John Cage. Oh, fuck, it's the John Cage one. So I thought that this one was going to have some additional context. So the whole song, I was like, oh, I can't wait to get that additional context of the song.
You were wrong.
Yeah, I was. Okay, so it starts out right away saying Siren of Souls. And obviously, like, anytime, what's up, well, I was going to say AT, but it's still kind of an AT, but it's a different one. The Lone Rider, hello. Siren of Souls, like, every time I hear a siren, obviously I think of like those mermaid characters that would put their song out and then they would run their ships into the rocks. Like they were on purpose singing like this beautiful song to get them to crash.
Yeah.
And there was like the crazy sounding vocals, but at the same time there was like that beauty behind it. So it was like gave you that feel. But then he's talking about howling and piercing the night. These are the streets, clinic fingertips, sex and violence, a naked soul smashed apart, yearning, searching, longing. These are the street I call my home. And it kind of reminded me, you know, like when you open up and share stuff about your childhood or your teen years and how difficult the streets were and how difficult that life was. You know, and that time, I'm not sure if you want to share that, but that time you were on top of a vehicle watching an event happening.
Yeah, the homeboy got shot.
Right.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, this kind of reminded me of like if there was like kind of like a soundtrack behind those stories that you've told me.
Oh,
Really fit that, I felt.
Yeah, that was like DJ Mike stuff yesterday with the Latin music. Yeah, I see where you're going. I see where you're going. It's weird too because streets to me, like, it's weird. I always think of the term clinic.
What?
It's such a strange thing. I don't know. But, like,
Why?
I never thought of hospital.
I don't understand that. Why
I
clinic?
have no idea why. I never thought of hospital. Well, we always talked about clinic. This guy's got to go to clinic. This guy is with some girl. He's, oh, shit, he's going to get checked out. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the clinic. We never talked about going to the hospital except for, like, somebody got, like, really, really hurt. They were going to the hospital. I don't know. It's weird. But it could also be, you know, like the relationship between a sex worker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
It could be the relationship between a sex worker and a because they're always going to the clinic, sex and violent streets. You know what I'm saying? Siren of Souls, where so like she's basically consuming the person's soul just because of the transactional nature of. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Like, I have no judgments for anybody doing what they need to do to survive. But that as a line of work is a soul-destroying line of work in both directions.
Okay. Yeah. I never really thought of it being soul-destroying for the John. I always think of it for the worker. I always think, oh my gosh, like how...
Yeah. To commoditize something like that is it's one of those examples of human greed and avarice, and you can't blame capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could principally say that, but like, to me, like, you know, Siren of Souls howling and piercing the night, you know, like, so the guy is there, he thinks he's getting something, the girl is there, she's gonna get something out of it, but they're both kind of wrecking themselves. A naked soul smashed apart, yearning, searching, longing. These are the streets I call my home. A light pleasure, then reality dissolves.
Mine says
a light pressure. You're right. A light pressure, reality dissolves. I'm shattered. Light streams energy. My ground is shifting. A mosaic of senses. Matter is running through my fingers. Time is laughing at me. This is the world. Pulse surreal.
Yeah.
Woo! That's deep.
Yeah.
It's deep.
And I just felt like musically it was communicating the same thing that the lyrics were, like this sort of like I said, like there's things about you that wouldn't be there had you not have had the experiences that you had. And obviously, you know, you can look at the negative or the positive of that. And I think that a lot of times when I've seen you talking to people or the things that I've seen you be able to accomplish, I'm like, your time and those difficulties that you endured help you in those situations.
Yeah, to a degree. I've also seen the streets just completely consume people. You know what I'm saying? Like, completely and totally destroy people.
Yeah.
And it's weird because, like, you don't, like, you can have a guy who's a really powerful drug dealer. At least from your vantage point, you think he's powerful. Then you come back and he's nothing. You know, because he did a couple jail bids and he's not, you know, like, for whatever reason, like, it really chews people up and spits them out in a real, like, and like the way that people die, like, unaccounted for in the streets. That's the other thing when he was talking about, like, matter dissolving and you know, like, getting that dose of reality where all that dissolves and the ground is shifting and everything. It's like, it's really sudden a lot of times how these folks end up dying in the streets. Like, we had a guy, and, you know, he had so many problems with everybody in the neighborhood, and somebody went after him, and I was able to intervene, and I told the dude, I'm like, this is the last time I'm rescuing you. You know what I'm saying? And it was the last time, because he got into conflict again. We weren't there. And then, you know, they put that boy in a coma. That was the end of him. He died. But because he was poor, like, there's no follow-up. I mean, you know, he's regular.
He got murdered. It was like they had these, like, these metal canisters that they're like small little propane tanks.
Yeah.
That they run their different things, like they're in their homeless communities that they run their different stuff on. And somebody hit him in the back of the head with it. And we were part of the street community, and so I had been asking around what the frig happened to him, and that was the story that I was getting. They said, well, there was an altercation, and then a girl apparently hit him in the back of the head with it. And so I had gone to the hospital, you know, to pray with him, and he was in a coma, and his family showed up, and his sister was like semi freaking out, and she was saying, I don't know what the frig happened to him. She said, I can feel there's a very soft spot in the back of his head. Something happened to him. But she was well aware of the fact that he was not going to get the attention that he needed, and she wanted an investigation put out. And, you know, I wasn't sure what I should do in that situation, if I should tell her the information that I had or keep my mouth shut about it. But I ended up telling her, I said, I heard that he got hit with one of those tanks, and she started freaking out, and I was like, holy shit, I did the wrong thing. She's freaking out. She started calling the cops. She was going after me to give her a name. I said, I don't have a name. I have no names. That's just what I heard happened. I wasn't there. I don't even know. But I thought for some reason that, like, giving her the information that I had would, like, help her. I don't know why I thought that, like, because she looked like she just wanted to know, but then the more she knew, the more difficult it was for her. But it was sad, because it was clear to me that he was the fuck up of the family, and they hadn't had anything to do with him for like 6 years. Yeah. And now he got killed, and now all of a sudden they wanted to.
He was still alive when they got down there, right?
he couldn't respond to them. He was in a coma.
Yeah.
But you know, it was clear and evident to me that they all of a sudden wanted the police department to give him what they as a family hadn't given him.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know their circumstances.
For the last 6 years. They wanted the situation to be treated like a regular situation, but it wasn't a regular situation. He was involved in a lot of different things, and there was the community that he was in, and it's not like if the cops they're not going to go after it the same. He's a homeless guy.
Yeah, no,
they're not going to.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
And
I'm always very, very. We don't know what happened with that family as far as.
I'm saying the last 6 years they hadn't had any contact with him.
That doesn't mean they didn't fulfill their obligations.
I'm not saying they didn't fulfill his obligations. What I'm saying is that they hadn't been doing anything for 6 years, and they had put him to the side, and now they wanted the cops to not put him to the side. Well, he was getting put to the side. And it was sad.
I'm not sure they put him to the side, but.
Well, they did. Why they did it, we don't know. But they did. They had no. She told me we haven't had contact with him for 6 years, and I'm sure that he put their family through a lot of things. I don't know what went on. But
and you remember all the stuff that people were coming after him for. Mm-hmm. So that's my only reason. But yeah,
right.
I mean, the cops didn't know that about him. It was just that he was homeless, and that's how it is on the streets. Like, but it's weird. Like people just disappear. Like
it was sad. They gave him like a picture of his son because he hadn't seen his son for so long. So there was a picture of his son on him. It was just
yeah. That one was it's crazy to me to think like how many people actually died. Like poverty is a crazy thing out there, man. It's just like even I was shocked by it. You know what I'm saying? Because just because I'm in a different situation than when I was growing up and all that, but like it's very, very similar. Like people, you just die, you're not gonna get any health care, nobody really cares. Nobody's gonna do a lot of work on investigating what happened. And
that's what happened. They didn't.
You just evaporate. That's the end of it. So yeah, it was an interesting, like the black metal part with the blast beat. I'm not sure how well it fit. It kind of felt like a little bit of a, hey, let's throw this in here. But for the most part, I really liked the song. What'd you give it?
I just thought the whole thing was very well done, very smooth. That was a 9.8 for me.
Whoa, 9.8. I'm gonna give this joint a solid 8.89. A solid 8.89, dear listener. Moral of the story is get out of the streets, I guess. I don't know. But rest in peace to all the homies. Then Al.
Sori out.
Gone.